Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tuntum Network. I'm Cyrus. I didn't want to do this, but I still have to do it. It's about South Africa, the country I love so much. They are the verge of experiencing the most devastating challenge ever in the history of the country. And a few of them know about it, and they are preparing towards it. But majority of them are unaware. They don't know what is about to hit them, especially with the economy and individual livelihoods. I'm talking about the current electricity situation in South Africa. It is projected that in a matter of months, it's going to be the norm. It's going to be the everyday experience of on and off light. And most of them don't know the impact this is going to have. Well, I'm here to share that with you. Stay with me and let me take you along the ride. Let's go. First of all, I feel the need to speak about this matter because we experienced it in Ghana just a few years ago. And I don't wish this upon any country in Africa or any part of the world. You see, until 2012, I'm going to introduce you to one word. This one word did not exist in any dictionary or any online search engine. Doom so. It never existed. Where doom stands for turn off or off, and so stands for turn on or on. This word was coined out of the electricity situation we had in Ghana at the time, from 2012 to 2016, where the power output to homes, factories, organization, and co. were more than the generated power. So the electricity company of Ghana will have to turn the light off for 2 days and turn it on for 1 day. It became unbearable in Ghana. And I see South Africa on the same path of experiencing the same thing. And it's not pleasant, ladies and gentlemen. This is how Ghana looked like in those days. Because of the massive extension of electricity to new places, whereas the generation of power remained the same, we all had to endure this for years. This is the analogy I'm giving you here. It is like this. You are cooking for 10 people in a pot, and the pot size is perfectly okay to feed 10 people. And then all of a sudden, you have to cook for 20 people with the same size of pot. Guess what is going to happen? Not everybody is going to have enough to eat. And that is exactly what happened to Ghana, and it's about to happen to South Africa. The generation of power is no more enough to feed the number of houses, the number of companies, the number of homes that the electricity supply is supposed to go to. And this is where the problem is. Now, let's get back to South Africa here. This was when I realized this thing was real. Even though I saw it severally on TV, I still didn't want to believe it. But when I saw Julius Malema give this interview, the thing hit me that, yes, this thing is really true. Take a look at this.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, Mr. Malema. We are speaking as South Africa is in the middle of an energy crisis. It seems set to get worse. Mm-hmm. What do you think it is doing to this country?
Well, its aim is to collapse this country and undermine the democratic project because those in power have relegated their responsibilities to who we don't know. They've not maintained the power stations. They've not built the new ones that are functional. And as a result, we are where we are.
The interim CEO of Eskom, the state-owned energy company, said yesterday that over the coming months of winter, they might get to a stage 8 situation, which means there could be power cuts for pretty much 12 or more hours per day. But you have gone further. You have said that you think the grid will collapse. In fact, you said South Africa is going to be plunged into darkness within 2 weeks. Why are you exaggerating?
I'm not exaggerating. I said this before they told you there was a stage 8 coming. The stage 8 is to prepare you that the worst are coming. And I'm telling you the truth as is. What is it that can avoid the collapse of the grid, which they've done in between? Which station have they built that is functional to its expectation? Which station have they maintained? Have they said, this one, we're closing it down, we're going to engage in major maintenance of this station? Nothing major has been done.
But your statements could spread panic. Is that what you want?
No, I'm not spreading panic. I'm telling the truth. Stage 8, they're just being polite. We're going to go, and you are talking hours. we're going to go days without electricity. It's a reality that we need to deal with.
After watching this video, I knew for certain that this was true. How? Because no government official since then has been able to come out to refute or challenge or say contrary to what he said. And if this happens, 5 major things are bound to also occur as a result. And how do I know this? Because I lived in Ghana to experience all the things that happened during that time. Irrespective of anybody's political affiliation, everybody had to endure this. 5 major things are bound to happen. And these are they. The most common experience across the country will be little or no productivity on a daily basis. I remember I used to work in a mining company at the time in Ghana. I remember how workers will come to work and the lights are turned off and they will have to sit doing nothing. We had to look for money, go buy plants, generators, and look for money, go buy diesel. The problem, the inconvenience of doing all that. Imagine all the small businesses that depend on electricity. They will now have to look for money, go buy generators and buy diesel. The inconvenience it brings to you and how unproductive that is. It is nothing to write home about. In South Africa, you have to avoid it at all costs. The second challenge was the kind of noise and air pollution we had to endure every day. People turn on their generators to power their homes to sleep at night. And the noise and the smoke from the generators that we had to suffocate under whilst we tried to sleep in our rooms was unbearable. In the street, people had to shout in order for the other person to hear. It is so unpleasant. It's not anything you wish on anybody. And South Africa, you are above this. You have to do whatever it takes to avoid this before it becomes a real thing. The third thing is the quick increase in crime rate. When the corners become darkened and the streets are full of people, you hardly see their faces because it's dark. When you have to turn on your phone light to walk home or open your windows at night to have some air circulation before you can sleep, you will understand what I mean if you allow this to happen. What is happening now in South Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. You have to do anything, and I mean it, anything to avoid this from becoming the norm in SA. You guys are way above this. The fourth challenge is companies will start laying off workers to compensate for their cost of buying diesel. Other companies may ask workers not to come to work at light out hours and report on light on hours. It's a mess. Trust me, it is nothing you want to experience. The fifth and the final situation is this. You will lose out on many foreign investments. I'll be honest with you. There are many companies that relocated from Nigeria to Ghana for 2 reasons only. For insecurity and electricity instability. They moved their headquarters from Nigeria to Ghana just for those reasons. And South Africa, you don't want to wait till this become a normal thing in your country. It took Ghana 4 years to resolve this problem. We had to import power barges from Turkey to produce more energy for distribution. But South Africa, you are way better than us in terms of problem solution. If you have to go get new barges to produce more energy for distribution, you have to do it. Don't wait till it deteriorates to the worst state. A word to the wise is enough. I'll leave you with this proverb. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but a simple pass on and are punished. Stand up, South Africa, for many African countries look up to you. You are a beacon of hope on this continent. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share and be a part of this podcast. Until I come your way again, thank you so much. God bless you and bye-bye for now.